Good morning and welcome. Today I'm doing a hashtag give a scrap. This is hosted by Angela, the traveling crafter, and this is her third year doing it in April for her birthday month. Happy birthday, Angela. Hope you had an amazing month. I was not tagged by anyone. I am just going to participate in honor of Angela and her birthday month. And because it's towards the end of the month, I'm really not going to tag anybody, but I just wanted to join in and use up some of my scraps. Sorry, it's early morning here, but the sun's out. I've got blocking the sun from my desk here. I'll be able to take that down here in a minute. These are little scrappy things I made from magazine pages, and I just wanted to share that, and that was using the Spellbinders 3D embossing cut folder, where it has the dies and it has the folder. This is the folder, and basically you lay the dies in here and then you run it through and it does everything. So I do have a video on that. I'll try to remember to link it. This is the dies here, right here, and basically these just fit in here like this. They're a little tacky because I put some removable tape on them so that they wouldn't slide around when I was running them through. So I really like how that worked out. I kind of got a system down, so excuse me. I made a lot of them. So I want to try to use up some scraps. Everything is starting to bloom here and bud up. So my allergies are starting. I did find my purple flower from the other day. I found it because I had all of my flowers laid out on a piece of cardstock like this, and I went to move it, and because of my condition, I have a jerk where I throw things, and I threw them all over the room. So I did find that, so I might try to use that. So there you go, and I'll show you. I don't want to make this a long video because my last video was like an hour and 36 minutes long, but I had a lot of things to share. So these are all the frames I made from just my scraps. So I have some Christmas. I have a good variety. I try to package stuff up like this so they're not all over the place. And these, I believe, are small bags that I got at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. So I tried to kind of coordinate them by like, and so if I'm looking for something, so I may use some of these, but I have a big bin, sorry, of negative die cuts. I love using these, so I'm going to try to incorporate, and this is how if I don't use them, with like in a year, I'll take them out and weed them out, or maybe put a package of them in my shop. So I'll just pull a few out. Here's some tea-stained ones. These are cool. This is kind of a variety. I like these small ones. So I'll just pull, here's some hearts. I've got some butterfly hearts. These are ones from the other day. I try not to put them in there loose. That way, because otherwise they snag on each other. So I have quite a few of these, but I'll save those for another day. Here's some larger frames. Here's some keys. I'll save them for another day. Let me put these in a baggie here with these, because I don't want them all over. So yeah, the allergies are kicking in, but that's okay. Just going to slide these in here. See if there's anything I want to, basically butterflies and bees and stuff. So there's that. These are different shaped ones, larger. Okay, so I think I have enough to deal with for now. So let me set this aside. I'll take those. Sorry, I have to blow my nose real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, let's start out with these, I guess. And I just put some, sometimes I put some of the painter's tape on there. Probably need a mat because I'm going to be gluing. Let's see here. Like that one. And I have I just pulled out my white scraps. I keep them in bins like this. These are all my white excuse me, scraps, and I go to these first, and I try to keep them in bags. It's kind of a train wreck right now because I just threw all of these in there before I went to Florida. So, but these make great backgrounds for things. So I have those. I did pull out this bag of sewing patterns that I got from Angela at one of her live sales. So I haven't been to one in a while because I have so much stuff, and with us traveling back and forth to Florida, it just gets overwhelming if I bring more stuff in. So these are really cool. I don't know that I would use the actual pattern because I'd like to make a journal out of these, but they're like transfers, so this is probably a no. That's cool. That's cool colors. That would make a nice page. So these, okay, this is probably a no. I was just hoping to use some of the transfers in one of the windows here. Okay. That's a big pattern. Oh, okay. Got some books here. So let's see what this would look like. So these are just where I made frames and then save the negative. It's kind of, and I could distress this so it looked vintage, but that would be cool right there. Let's see what's on the other side. Okay, let me rip this page out. It comes down to where you just got to use your stuff. So I like that one. Might be able to get a few things out of that. And I'm wondering if I could probably just color this. Let's see what's in here. Pretty much the same. Really like these. Okay, I'll go with this page for now. Let's see what's in here. These are, excuse me, let me take a drink of my water. These are very fragile. Okay, that's pretty large, but very cool. That would be cool on a page. So I have to do something with that. Okay, so this is a no, too large. I don't want to take up too much time, but I kind of wanted to get this video done this morning before the end of the month. Okay, what's in here? This is really cool. I love this. Ooh. A small little piece that I can use. Okay, that's something. What's this? Oh, that's cool. So let's use that. These are cool. I really like these. I'm just going to try to glue these down on some cardstock. Oh, I hit the jackpot on this one. Oh, hang on. There's some more. Okay, I'm going to use those. Oops, that's a big flower. Okay, I'll save that. Let's see what's here. Okay, that's big. See if I got any more small. These are amazing. Okay, I think I got enough of the same. So, let me look on. These are great. Thank you, Angela. Oops. Okay, I'll keep that one out. Slide these back in. Looks like there's a date on here. It's either here, here, or up on this flap. And I'm not seeing anything. But there is a vintage pattern lookup online. If I can remember to look at that. I think I have it saved in my bookmarks where you can look up. Excuse me. Basically, you just type in Vogue Art and the number and transfer patterns, and you should be able to see what date they were made. You can kind of, it'll show a picture. Okay, I got some different stuff here. What did this one come out of? This one? No. Did it come out of here? Yeah, it came out of here. Okay. This is kind of cool right here. I'll take that one. All right. Somehow I got to get this back in there. Okay. Pull this back up. You can iron these, but because they're transfers, I would be careful ironing them. So if you're going to glue them down, just glue them and hope for the best that way. Because you'll end up transferring whatever is on there to your project or to your ironing board thing. Let's slide that back in. Okay. This is one of those mail order. So I would probably keep all of this intact because the older ones that are mail order like this, there's no writing on them. They're just like punched, dotted, like this is dotted. It says collar. This is the collar piece, and it's all dotted, kind of like Braille, and it says collar. So that would be your collar piece. I've made a few dresses with patterns like this. It's really cool. I mean, you could get into that. I probably could, because there's a lot of people that like that vintage stuff that would probably wear that dress now. Of course, the way they make the waist, you'd have to be really skinny to get in there. But very cool. Very cool. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to use from this. Put all these back in here for a later project. Alright, so let's see that, and then I'm going to grab my scrapbook scraps as well. Where you could just, now I kind of thin this out, my scraps, making all of these, so I mean, I really thinned them down. But these, I have these, and then I have these are my strips. Most of the ones I used with that 3D embossing frame were in this side, which I try to put them by size. And this is just a sheet protector, and I sewed it up the middle so I could keep control of my scraps. So, and then I put the larger pieces in the back. So I'll just pull this out because I can make stuff from that. These are just containers that I get from Hobby Lobby, and they have a handle. Okay, I think I got enough stuff. Alright, so I kind of want to see about maybe either coloring this, or let's see what the vintage photo does. That'll work. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, good enough. And I think I want to frame out, grab my tweezers because I don't have very good coordination with my hands these days, so I think I want to frame this one out here. I like that. So I think I'm going to glue that on right there and then cut it out. And I do have my Barely Art glue open, so this is a test. Where's that little... Okay, so we're going to find out. I did use it a little bit, so came with a little pin. It came with other tips, so, and I got that from, this is going to be the challenge, is getting that pin back in there. There we go. Came with, oh, I got it from Spellbinders. So I think I want to put that just like that. Okay, so I like it. I like the glue. Scissors. Okay, and to make that stronger, I'm going to glue that to cardstock. Let's see what I have. I have a bag. This is like one of those oversized extra large Ziploc bags. I get them at Dollar Tree. I think you get 5, maybe 5 or 6 to package. I can't remember, but I put all my, when I'm working on my desk and any scrap I have, I put it in here, and then once a week I sort it all out by color and then put it away. And that system's been working out pretty good for me. So I have this I can put on the back here. I think I'm going to glue it like this though, just so it has, and that's stitched. Don't want that there. I think I'll glue it right here. That way I have a little bit more. I don't want it too thick, but, and for this I'm going to use my glue stick. Just gets it a little bit more something something until you use it in your project. So put that right there. And then I'll just trim it up. I like to have a bucket to cut my scraps in, so I'm not overwhelmed by the scraps on my floor or on my desk. They just go where they're supposed to, and then I have a bigger trash can next to me that I dump it in. So these will go back into that bag. So there you have it. I'll put my little iron on that to, so there's one. Let's see. These are cute. I've got tall, skinny frames. Let's see what's in here. Different colors. See, I got different shapes. That's cool. Nope. I know I got different frames that are a little bit bigger than this. These are tea stain file folder. Not quite the shape I was looking for, so I'll save these for another project, but what about these? Are really cool. That would work, and that looks good against there. Or the white. It's a little bit too small. I do have these scalloped. I do like that. I think I'm going to go with that and keep it white. So I'm going to glue this to a scrap piece of paper. And I have some cream color here that I've dragged out of my bag there. Okay, I'm going to glue this on here. So there's that one. I can just dress it up a little bit more, but I'll put that in a pile. Let me glue this. And I've never glued these before, so I don't know what the reaction is going to be to the glue stick. It might be just heat. If I can get a hold of it. There we go. So I'm going to put it here. Find my Santa. So now it's sturdy enough. I'm going to glue this down where I want it, and then I'll trim around it. I like it. Oops, a little heavy-handed. And this is where I'm going to get in trouble here. I'm trying to get, there we go. I am seeing a little bit of discoloration of the transfers, so I'll have to keep an eye on that and see if that is a problem. I'm not sure if the glue bothers it or not. There's another piece back in my bag. Now you can go through and punch a hole in the corner or put a little eyelet. That would be cute. Okay, I think the sun's going away enough. I can remove my, so there's that. Trying to get a piece of paper here that I can put on there to protect it. There we go. Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm going to try to remove my poster board that's blocking the sun here. There we go. I got one more. This is my morning ritual, so I don't have to close my blinds. There we go. It's a beautiful day. Okay, so there's that one. Very cute. You could even round the corners if you want. So I'll let that dry. Let's see. Let me see about one more of these. see what shape's in here. Got some hearts. Don't know that any of these are going to go with that, but boy, that would be nice. You could even stamp something as well. Let's see. I've got this set, which is really cool. I could stamp a leaf in there in the center. This is close to my heart, Autumn Splendor. I love it. This is, I stamped everything out on a sample thing, and this is how they stamp. It's really cool. So let's see. That would be cool in there. So let's stamp that on. A piece of white cardstock. So let me grab that. You just grab a bag here. This will be a bag. And I just want a piece that's big enough for here. And I could stamp like a background on that too. I'll do that later. So I'm going to use my platform here. I have my sticky grid here, but what I want to do is set this up so I got enough room to cut around this, put my stamp in there like so, and clear stamp, make sure it's showing where you can read it. Okay, I need to change out my sticky grid, so let me make sure I'm still good. Okay, so I'm going to use my magnets. It came with 2 of these magnets, but I accidentally touched them together and it cracked in half, so you can pick up extra ones online. Sorry, let me take another drink. And for this one, I think I'm going to use Cottage. I've got Fern Green and Cottage Ivy. So let's try the Cottage Ivy. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm going to do 2 of them. I'm going to do Fern Green as well. See which one I like, or I can have 2 of them. Is So I'm going to keep this here, just move this over, make sure I got enough room there, place that down, and do the pick it up. The close to my heart they're very tacky and sticky, so this is fern green. Okay, it's a lighter green. I like it. All right, I think I'm going with the fern green. Just try to keep your magnets separate. Don't clink them together like I did. Let me just give this a quick clean. I just use a baby wet wipe and then a microfiber cloth. Put that there. Put that on there. Save that for later. All right. So now I'm just going to glue this on here, but I could like it better with that. Is that the only color I have? I like that one. Okay, well, I got lots of choices. I think I'm going with the brown now. All right, let me glue this on. Do I have enough space? Just enough. So far I'm liking the Barely Art glue, and I guess from hearing other crafters it does not freeze, so oops. I think it was going this way here. Okay. So I'm trying to show a little bit of variety. You can stamp. I do have some die cuts I can use in the center. So, so I like that. So let me get that. Put my iron on there. So far this is doing pretty good. Only a little discoloration right there. So I'm not really sure. I think it's going to hold up. All right, this one here, let's go ahead because I stamped it. If I had a cute heart. I don't have any more. Nope. I think I'm going to go with this one. I could distress the outside of this. Or stamp it. I can cut another one of these scallops, stick it in there, and stamp the outside. So I think I'm going to glue it for now, but for later on, I mean, there's more I could do to these, but for now, I'm just trying to use up some scraps. Can't tell which is that. This is this, which is the cut side. Beautiful sunshine today. Hopefully it'll warm up. Yesterday was cold. I was cold all day. My bones were cold. I don't like being cold. All right. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll cut around it. Okay. That's cool. I really like that. I can do a little bit more trimming, but there you go. You have a frame. I don't think I have anything big to frame this out. Maybe I do here. That would be cute with a cute background. Let's see what I have for. I'm wanting to see more of the flower. Let's see if I got one tall enough. Right there. That's the wrong color. Is this one gonna work? Yeah, that one will work. Okay, so let's do that. I'm just gonna glue this down and then, should I set that first? Yes. Let's set that first so I can use up this flower. I'm just trying not to be heavy-handed with this. Put my pin in there. There we go. All right, I'm just going to set this and use this end. Give myself enough room. Oops. Okay, there's that. Then my frame. And again, I can later on cut out the same die and lay it in there. And then do some stamping on the outside. Like mask it off is what I'm trying to say. All right, I'm going to glue that down. I'm glad I got the big bottle of the Barely Art glue. I almost got the tiny little bottle just to test it and try it, but I'm liking it a lot. Just getting that pin back in there. There we go. All right. I'm going to put this up just a little bit to cover the bottom of that stem because it can pop up and it's like in there. I like that. All right, let's put this underneath here. Trim this. All right, there's another piece there, and I can distress the outside, round the corners, do some stamping. I could even add little flowers. Let's see where my bucket of stuff is. could add a little bow. I could add a little bow on there. I've got little birds I can add. Like I could add to this, like a little bird in the corner. There's so many different things you can do. Butterflies. I've got hearts. Tiny little purple butterfly. If I had a different color butterfly, I could put that in the corner. So there's a lot of things you can do. See, like this would go good on, I was wanting to put something like right there to cover up, because this was part of the photo. So I will do something like that just to cover up that. I could put a piece of white cardstock in there and then put that on top. So he looks like he's on a branch. I like that. I'm going to keep that out. Sorry about the hoarse voice. Okay. Okay, that's my goodies. Alright, so there's those. Let's see if this one's dry. Put that in my bag. This is pretty. This would be pretty like with something stamped on here. It's got a little bit more trimming to do. Let's see where I'm at, 46 minutes. Like I have this die set here, or this stamp set here that has all little trims. This is Park Lane, and you could do like little, this would be pretty. As a border, that would work out really well. I might do that. Alright, so that's an option. Put that back on there. There's that. Now, let me pull out a couple more things and then I'll end the video. Let's see. I really need to use up some of my postage stamps, so I have these that are small, but I have stickers that my daughter got me. Look how cool these are. So let me see my smaller frames. I love these tiny frames. I have these, and then I have these here. There's some tea stained ones and brown ones in here. I try to keep them with the light, but me dragging them out here, I'll have to put them back. Okay, these are cool. So, like that right there. I think I need a bigger frame for that one. These came like two in a package, get two. That's cool. I think I need a bigger frame for these. Okay, let me look on. I have these. Oops, you can see. These are all stickers. These are really cool. Okay. I think I want to go with a bigger sticker. Like this. Well, those are too big. Okay, these are too big. see what it would look like. This frame. Yeah, it would not be big enough. I would have to cut this off, but that would work. Let's just do that. I'm just going to put this on here. I'm going to cut this though. Hopefully I can still get the back off this. Oops. It's not straight, but that's okay. I'm just going to put that in the center and then put that frame on. Got it. These are really cool stickers. Hopefully I left myself enough room, and I did. I'm just going to center that on there. There, I like that. You can add more stuff to it. You know, like on the side you can, I've got a lot of these little like branches and trees and stuff. You can add more stuff on there. I need to make an ATC card, which I've never made, for Sunflower and Joy. It's Janet K. Used to be Sunflower and Crafts. She's back doing videos, so she's doing a birthday month. Birthday challenge, make a ATC card and birthday card and send to her, so go over to her channel and check that out. So there's that. I kind of wanted to, I don't know if I have any small flowers. Oh, this one here. I love this flower, this leaf. So I'll do that one and then I'll end the video because I'm almost at an hour. So it's just rando stuff, stamp stuff, tickets. I think I got these from Selena. My larger birds. Stamped. These are all stamped. I could use these for sure. I got stamped flowers. These are great. I like to just sit and stamp stuff. Put them in here. Small tickets. Those are cool. Little tags. This is my sewing theme stuff stamped. Okay, I think I'll just use that. I'm trying to organize these by like. I have quite a few of these binders. They're photo albums. Let's see. Where do I want to put this? And I like it on that one. Another scrap here. Okay. I'll glue this down and then I'll glue around it and then I'll end the video. I'll probably continue crafting and share it in the photo because this is very relaxing to do. So I'm just going to stick that there. Try to use up some, as you can see, I didn't hardly use anything. But when I was die cutting for my Etsy shop for everybody else, I was saving, making extras, and I was saving the negatives for me to make something. So I have quite a bit. I did purge a lot of it before I went to Florida, but yeah, I could stand to get rid of some stuff. But I could make stuff like this and put it in my shop like ready to go. I don't think I want to go back to die cutting and selling die cuts, only if I have it ready, because the competition is fierce right now, and it's just, it takes a lot of time, and then I really just want to do my thing, whatever my brain wants to do. Plus I'm back and forth to Florida, so it's hard to really concentrate on stuff. So there's that. I can do more to that to spruce it up, but there you have it. I don't like how that turned out, so let me get a thing here and Barely Art glue. Very cool. I love it. So I made that. Oops, I didn't cut this one. Hey, let me cut it. Like that. So I did that. This one, this one, this one, that one, and then these I did off camera, so but I can share them with birds. There you go. All right, this is the my paper here, and I didn't share any of the like scrapbook paper. If you have something left over like this or something, you can frame these out as well, you know, if they've got patterns or whatever, or flowers, and that's a cool way too, just to frame those out, and it's something, and then you could add something else like a bird or something on top, a flower or anything really. So that's another way. All right, this is in honor of Angela and her birthday month. Happy birthday, Angela. Hashtag give a scrap. So I tagged myself. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your day. Bye.